Alright, so today I'm going to be replacing a couple boards on the NP200 and re-uploading the software. So right now the conveyor is running, so we should get some kind of a reference signal. So these are the two analog boards that we're going to be looking at. This one is 8-channel output, and this one is 8-channel in, 4 channels out. My buddy Devin gave me this schematic, so what we're going to look for where it says release to I, we're going to look for that positive reference because we should be getting some kind of a signal out of that. And it's kind of hard to see, but if you look real close, you can see what these terminals are. So the first one we're looking for is A2. Which is going to be that pin right there. So it is the third one down. And we got 30 millivolts, so that's nothing. Let's check A6. And about the same. So we're not getting any outputs. And it's going to be the same thing all the way down. So let's change out these boards and see if we can get anything different. So in the back of the cabinet, you can see this up. So we got stuff back here. So I'm going to shut that off. There we go. Because that is supplying power to that PLC. And those are captured, so we don't have to worry about them falling out. And then we can pull that whole thing out just like a plug. Okay, so there's our first card. And this screw on here is slotted, so I can wiggle back and forth, so we'll have to line that up when we put this in. We just find the guides on the top and bottom, and that will line itself up right where it needs to go. And the screws don't need to be tight, because all this has to do is hold it in place. Okay, so that's one. Let's get the other one. There we go. Okay. So on here, there's a few things we need to be careful of. We need to check these dip switches, and we need to take a look at these jumpers. So left side is volts, right side is amps. All the jumpers are on the left side, so we're checking volts. And then on the bottom, the dip switch is 2323. So for our replacement board, the only one that was different was that one right there. But everything else is the same, so we are good. So that's it for the physical install. Now this transformer has a tendency to pop that breaker, so we'll see if it does it today. Oh, that's good. So there's 5 breakers to check. There's these 4 here and that one there. So now we'll turn on our ups. Okay, so now we should have power. All right, so everything did light up, nothing popped. We are looking good on this side. We can see the dummy lights right here and here, so we know at least that those modules have power. And now we got our serial cable. We can see that this one says NP200 CPU cable. So this has a specific pin out that's going to work just with this. And there are 2 ends, and we can see that this one is broken off. So that one we're going to take upstairs. This one we're going to plug in down here. And that is going to plug into the back of our Panasonic laptop. And the reason that this was broke off is because that's the only way we could get it to fit in the back here. So it's usually a good idea to plug that in before you turn it on. That way, if it does recognize anything, it's going to automatically configure properly. This is one of the most important things because we're using a program called FasTrak, and it only works as long as you got this dongle plugged in. So you have to have this to make this work. And we can plug this in right here. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to upload the software. So we're going to NP200 recovery. And then where it says use this, we're going to use this. If we're working on Baker Press, we do this one. And we're working on Charlie Press, so we're going to use this one. We currently have it set up so that if we open this, it will just automatically open up FasTrak and open up the program that we want to use. And making this work is pretty easy. We just go to connect to PLC and transfer logic to PLC. Hit OK, and wait. Oh yeah, I bet we also have to hit Alt PLC because it can't be running while it's uploading. So this will take a couple of minutes. Okay, so that is currently uploaded. So this, everything that we're seeing inside of here, is what the PLC is currently running. Okay, now to actually make it start running, we hit run. And we should be able to hear that solenoid kick on. There we go. And we got our lights back. So at this point, it should be ready to run. Now you can just hit File and Exit. All right. So the conveyor is running. You might be able to hear it in the background. Let's see if we actually got anything for all of that. Nothing there. Oh, actually we're getting 4 volts there. Oh, heck yeah. So that's excellent. We are actually getting some output. All right, and that was A6. What's that? B2. Nothing there. B6 should be just on the opposite of that. Nothing there. There we go. Cool. So our A6 and B6, we are getting voltage. So it might be that our release E, the A2 and the B2 to release F, it might be that they're not actually plugged into anything. I'm not entirely sure. But at least we are getting something. So that is progress. All right, so let's check C2 and D2. All right, so nothing there. Okay. And then D2 is going to be, I think, this one. Nothing there. Okay. 25. Okay, so we got 2 out of 6. So that's at least something. And what Devin told me is that this one is for the stations. So I'm going to go check and see if those stations are working properly. This one is for the NPIs. All right, so for this one, we want to check B8. Not getting anything there either. All right, well, the last 2 releases are D7. Nothing there. And then 3 above that is DC. And nothing there. So nothing on this board changed, but on this one, we're getting 2 more outputs. So that's at least something. I want to go see if those stations are running at the right speed now. Right now it is in auto mode. And if we look right here, it does appear to be following the speed of the press. So that's excellent. So now all you have to do is check it during a press run, because sometimes this thing can be off as it's accelerating speed. We noticed at about 40 to 45,000, it will just like ramp way up. So next is to check the NPI online. So I need to see if that is also going the same speed. I'm going to check the one on this side. Okay, so we are rolling. So that is excellent news, and that is in automatic mode. Now all I've got to do is check the press, make sure that it speeds up and slows down with the press moving. But that is a very good sign. I didn't really see much of a change here. It might not have been drastic enough. But here we are definitely seeing a significant change. So at least we got that. Again, we're going to double check that during an actual run, going out to full speed, and see how it actually works. But, nothing else. We at least got 2 more outputs. So we'll see what we can get out of that.